Yes, YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute, but with me being 2 days out from starting my prep, I thought what better time to jump on the vlogs than right now. So in this episode, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through where I'm at currently, what I've been doing over the past few months. I'm going to run through food at the moment, training, steps, cardio, all of that good stuff. And then I'm going to be posting one episode a week, which just runs through changes, how I'm feeling, how training is going, just to give you a little insight as to what the process is like and how tough it is. It's going to be tough. I know it's going to be tough. Done a few photo shoots in the past. I will pop up some pictures on the screen and they've been hard. I've been hungry, I've had cravings, I've had low energy, training performance has started to dip. However, when competing, getting ready to hop on stage, you're essentially just taking it to that next level, which is it's the hardest level. When you are already depleted, lean, you've not got much energy, you need to take that a step further and dig even more so that you can just get absolutely skinless, which I'm looking forward to doing. However, I know it's going to be hard. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. In terms of my mindset currently, I'm in a good place. Training performance is really good. It's been good for a while. Body weight's been holding around 104, 105 for a good few months, which is okay. I don't mind that because, as I mentioned, training performance is in a good spot. Training performance has been on the rise. And I'm just ready to get started. I'm at the point in the bulk now where my appetite is not really in a great spot. Eating every meal is a little bit of a slog. I've gone food blind, so a lot of the food that I'm consuming just doesn't really taste that good. And I'm never really in the mood for any food, which is annoying, but again, it's just part of the process. And when you're competing, when you are taking physique development to the extreme, these are the sorts of things that you just do experience. So for example, cutting, it's extremely uncomfortable because you're low on energy, you're fatigued. And then on the other end, when you're bulking to the point where eating your food, eating your daily calories is genuinely hard and you're having to literally just force feed, which is, it's not a nice feeling, but if you're force feeding, it essentially means that you are exactly where you should be. Like that's what you need to do to get to the next level in terms of building muscle and in terms of bulking. So yeah, in a good spot mentally. I am looking forward to getting started. I'm looking forward to get lean because I feel like at the moment I am a little bit fat. Well, I know it's a lot of people would look at me and they would say, oh, you're not fat, like you're still relatively lean. But for me, for someone who lives and breathes fitness, it's all I do all day, every day. Every decision that I make has got fitness in mind. I think I'm fat. So I'm looking forward to stripping down, getting nice and lean, and yeah, ultimately just hopping on stage. Now then, we have got meal number one, which is going to be my pre-workout meal. It's 9:20, so I'm going to eat this meal, wait about an hour, train at around 10:20. So we have got tuna and rice with a little bit of reduced fat salad cream. We've also got a couple of crumpets with some jam and dark chocolate, and then we've got white money to kick the day off. So this meal is pretty much perfect for a pre-workout meal. We've got some protein, some lean protein. We've got some quick carbs coming from the rice, quick carbs coming from the crumpets jam. And then we've got a little bit of dark chocolate, just some fats in there to help slow down digestion. So after this meal and after letting it digest, I should be pretty much perfectly fueled to go and hit a naughty little push day. Kicking things off with flat machine press. I'm currently nursing a shoulder injury. On my right shoulder, a rotator cuff injury. So I need to be a little bit careful when I'm pressing, just making sure that my form is on point, my tempo is on point. I'm not rushing anything. Just entering my lifts with a little bit more caution. So flat machine press to kick things off, and then we are into a high incline Smith machine press to target the upper chest. Last exercise for the chest is going to be a pec fly. I would usually do some dips, but those are off the cards due to my shoulder. So again, with these pec flies, making sure I'm getting a massive stretch, pushing all the way to failure. And then finishing the session off with some single arm tricep work, as I've got an imbalance. My right tricep is a lot smaller than my left, so I'm trying to iron that out. And then finally, some overhead machine extension for the triceps, just to fry the tricep, fry the long head. And then we are into some posing, which I need to practice a lot. Posing is something that I'm fairly new to. I've not really practiced it a lot in the past. I'm not gonna lie, some of these poses are looking okay, in my opinion. I do like that side chest. Back lat spread is also looking kind of nice. I would like my lats to be a lot bigger for that back double bicep, but that's something that will come with time. That's a nice pose. I'm liking that. Filling out the frame. Also need to work on how to pose with my legs. This abs and thighs, again, not looking too shabby, if I do say so myself. And that's going to wrap up this training session. Right then, people, welcome to the lab. This is where I'm going to be talking about supplements. So, first things first, I feel like everyone should take these supplements or have these supplements. We've got whey protein, creatine. For creatine, you want to be taking 1 gram per 10 kilos of body weight. That's for the physical benefits. If you want to take it for the cognitive benefits, so to help your brain function a little bit better and a little bit more efficiently, I take 20 grams. And usually I'm someone who doesn't buy into these sorts of things where, oh, take this supplement and it'll make you feel a little bit better. But once I upped my dose of creatine from 10 grams to 20 grams, I genuinely noticed a difference with regard to focus and attention. So give it a whirl. Like if you work a mentally strenuous job and you're having to focus a lot and sometimes your brain gets a little bit fried, up your creatine dose to 20 grams. I mean, it's really cheap, so there's no reason not to. Whey protein, staple of every lifter's diet, just to make sure that you are getting enough protein in if you are not getting it from Whole Foods. Easy way to keep the calories low and get your protein in. It's a no-brainer. I also take omega-3s, daily multivitamin, vitamin D3 and K2. I also take some magnesium. Those are the things that are going to give you that extra little 1%. But I think one thing that's important to note with these supplements is that they are to be used as a supplement for that extra 1%. So if your sleep is in a really bad spot or you've got joint pain, that supplement is not going to be a magic cure. It's just something to nudge the needle a little bit more. So if you do have any problems with any of those things, so joints or energy levels, fatigue or sleep, you need to try and figure out the root problem and then tackle that at the source rather than just relying on a supplement to help you get to where you need to be. Now then, the food setup, which is going to be very informative and useful for some of you watching this video. On a rest day, I am currently on 3,000 calories. I have 250 grams of protein, 75 grams of fats, and 344 grams of carbs. On a training day, I have 3,600 calories. I have 230 grams of protein. So protein is a little bit lower than it would be on a rest day. I have 44 grams of fat. So fats are significantly lower than they would be on a rest day because I'm taking in more carbs on a training day. So I need my digestion to be a little bit quicker. And then carbs are sitting at 530. So 3K on a non-training day, 3.6K on a training day. I also have 1 high day per week. Now, this high day will be used on a training session that is most demanding, which for me would be pull day or a leg day. Steps and cardio have been high for a while. Considering I've been bulking for around 8 months, I've been doing 15K steps every single day. And I've also been doing 25 minutes of cardio 7 days a week. Now, a lot of people, when they go into a bulk, they just assume that, oh, I'm bulking, I don't need to do steps and cardio anymore. But if you want to prolong your gaining phase and you want to build as much muscle as possible, you need to hold on to condition for as long as you possibly can. So that's why I've had steps and cardio in the whole time at quite a high level, to be honest. Now, in terms of my training split, I have been doing this split for a couple of years since I hopped on board with Reece. So my split is pull, push, lower, then a rest day, and then upper lower rest. So it's a 7-day split. Works out really nicely because I can train each muscle group twice per week, and then those 2 rest days in there are adequate for me to rest and recover so that every time I'm hitting a session, I'm feeling fresh and ready to attack the weights. I have had a couple of deloads in the past 2 years, and I also want to note that I've been bulking for 19 of the last 23 months. So when I first hopped on board with Reece, I did a bulk that was a little bit over 12 months long, and then I cut for 16 weeks, so for 4 months, and then I've been bulking for another 8-ish months. So it's been a lot of bulking. It's been a lot of being fluffy and just being meticulous and machine-like with training, like eating the same meals with the same routine, waking up at the same time, eating at the same time, tracking my lifts, progressing my lifts. Physique development it's very boring in the sense that for you to maximize your progress, you do literally need to live the same day on repeat for years on end. And that's exactly what I've done. That is a general overview of where I'm at, what I've been doing for the past couple of months, and this is essentially the baseline for the rest of my prep. That's going to wrap up the video, peeps. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, moving forward, I want to be more open and transparent about me, what I'm doing, just my life in general. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you've liked the video, drop me a like, drop me a comment with any questions, drop me a sub, and I will catch you in the next one.